Greetings of this session. In this session, we will concentrate on how to solve a given problem using network reduction technique. So the different network reduction techniques we studied in the previous sessions, such as source transformation, source shifting, as well as star delta transformation. So in this session, we will concentrate on how to solve the given problem. For example, consider the problem using source transformation or source shifting method, find the current through RL. So in this given network, we need to find what is the current flowing through this RL 3 ohm. So in this, only one current source is given, and that is connected between, let us consider as A and B. So in this current flowing through the branch B to A, I name this as C and this node as D. Now, is there any chances of this source transformation, that is transforming a current source to voltage source? No, because this current source is ideal current source. So ideal current source transformation is not existing. So here we need to apply first source shifting only. So what is the concept of the source shifting? So here in the source, 12 amps current source is flowing from B to A. So we need to identify a path from B to A through some passive elements. That is, it can be B to D and D to A, or it can be B to C and then C to A. So this 12 amps current is splits into, not a splitting, traveling through, instead of directly B to A, it will travel through B to D and then D to A, tracing the path. So to solve this, I will consider the path B to D and then D to A. So what happens to the network? So when it's traveled from B to D, this is the 12 amps current, and then D to A, 12 amps current flows. Now what happens? So once again, I'll name the nodes same as C, A, D and B. Now in the C to A, there is one resistor, 3 ohm resistor, and a current source in series. Another D to A path through B, C to D, C to B 2 ohm resistor, B to D a current source. So here I will use source transformation technique. The element connected between A to D is a current source, practical current source. I will transform this into a equivalent voltage source. Similarly, element connected between B and D is a practical current source. So I will transform this into a practical voltage source. So while transforming, what is the calculation? So equivalent voltage source is equal to I into R. So 12 into 4, that is 48 volt is connected between B to D. So which potential is the lower potential, which potential is the higher potential? B node is the lower potential or D? So the current flowing from B to D. So starting point is B and terminating point is a D. So B is the lower potential and D is the higher potential. So the voltage source 48 volt is connected in such a way that B is the lower potential and D is the higher potential. Now coming to the element A to D, here is also a current source, practical current source. While converting into current voltage source, 12 into 3, so it is a 36 volts. The direction of sign convention of the voltage source in such a way that current flows from D to A. So D is a lower potential, A is a higher potential. So with the value 36 volt. So the resultant network becomes something like this. Correct? This 36 volt and this 48 volt. So sign convention D is a lower potential and A is a higher potential. For the 48 volt, B is the lower potential and D is a higher potential. Now these two branches, that is C, A, D as well as CBD, two branches. Now here these two, 3 ohms and 3 ohm between C and D connected in series. So I can replace it by series simplification. When two resistors are connected in series, equivalent resistance is sum of the resistances. So 3 plus 3 becomes 6 ohm. And in the path C to D, this 2 ohm and 4 ohm connected in series. So total 6 ohms. So the network reduces to this RL 3 ohms. See, as I told, we should retain this RL value till the end calculation. So this C to D, there is a 6 ohm 36 volt, and C to D through B is 48 volt 6 ohm. Now when these two practical voltage sources are connected in parallel, how to simplify? First convert this voltage sources into a current source, then add the current sources, simplify the resistances and so on. So similar techniques will apply here. Okay, what happens to when we are simplifying this practical voltage source into a current source? A current source comes in parallel with 6 ohm. Correct? Parallel with 6 ohm. Now what is the direction of the current? Now here 36 volt is connected in such a way that D is a lower potential and C is a higher potential. So equivalent current source flows from D to C, lower potential to higher potential. Whereas this 48 volts practical voltage source, when transforming into a current source, value is V by R, 48 by 6, that is 8 amps, and the current flows from C to D because C is of lower potential, D is of the higher potential. Network reduces to this one. So 6 amps current flows from D to C and 8 amps current flows from C to D. Now these two currents are connected between, current sources connected between C and D, but in an opposite direction. So when two current flows in an opposite direction, resultant current is difference. So 8 minus 6, 2 amps flows from C to D because higher current value is in the direction C to D. What about this 6 ohm and 6 ohm are connected between two same points C and D? That means these two 6 ohms are connected in parallel. Simplify it. So it is 6 into 6 divided by 6 plus 6. So it is comes as a 3 ohms. So the network becomes 2 amps from C to D and 3 ohm along with the load resistance RL 3 ohms. Now in the question it is asked, find the current through RL. So now we can apply branch current formula. So current through RL using a branch current formula. What is the branch current formula? Current through any branch is equal to source current into resistance of the other branch divided by sum of the resistances. So based on that, current through RL 3 ohms is equal to 2 amps into resistance of the other branch, that is 3 ohm, divided by sum of the resistances, 3 plus 3, 6. So 2 into 3 by 6 means 1 amps. So current through the RL is 1 amps. Okay. We'll go through the next problem. Find the equivalent resistance at AB using star delta transformation. So I need to find equivalent resistance across A and B, two terminal, using star delta transformation. Now here, if you first, I will name the nodes C, D, E and F. Okay. Now in this node, I need to find the resistance across A and B. So what are the possible star or delta networks? So before applying star and delta, you need to check whether is there any series connection of the passive elements or parallel connection of the passive elements. Before applying a star delta transformation, we need to check this. So here, none of the elements are connected either in series nor in parallel connection. So we can directly apply star delta. Now question is, which star network you have to convert into delta, or which delta network to star? Because here CDF forms a delta network. DEF also forms a delta network, as well as CFE with the center D forms a star network. CDF with the CDE with F as a center also forms a star network. So the question arises, which star or which delta you need to transform? So according to the concepts, it is only star delta transformation, and it will not reveal about which star or which delta you have to transform. So you can transform any one at a time. Okay, so you can transform CDF delta to star, or DEF delta to star, or this star with the D as a center to delta, or star with F as a center to delta, anyone. Now the question arises, which star or which delta? So it is based on our convenient. So here, see, if I consider CDF, resistances are 6, 6 and 8. Delta elements are 6 ohm, 6 ohm and 18 ohms. So which are not same. Here also the similar case. But whereas if I consider a star with center D, all these elements are 6, 6, 6 ohms. So I prefer transformation of this star to delta, only because these values, star element values, are same. So conversion is easier, nothing else. Remember, only because these values are equal. So you can opt transformation of this star also. But I am considering now here this star to delta. So what is the formula for star to delta conversion? So when we are converting star to delta, this delta CF value is equal to, because when we are converting star to delta, network element forms between CF, CE and FE. So this CF is equal to RC plus RF divided plus RC RF divided by RE. So it is 6 plus 6 divided by 6 plus 6 plus 6 into 6 by 6. So it is 18 ohms. Correct? Based on the formula, this comes as 6 plus 6 plus 6 into 6 by 6. So that is also 6, so 18 ohms. So since all the values are same, so delta equivalent, all the values are same. So 18 ohms each. Now this 18 ohms and this 18 ohms are connected in parallel. Similarly, this 18 ohms and this 18 ohms are connected in parallel. So you can simplify. So what is the parallel simplification? So R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So that is 18 plus 18 into 18 divided by 18 plus 18. So which results in 9 ohms. Similarly, this is reduced to 9 ohms. So the network becomes like this: 9 ohms and 9 ohms. Now these two 9 ohm resistors are connected in series. So it becomes a single resistance of 18 ohms. And this 18 ohms and this 18 ohms are connected in parallel. So parallel reduction once again. So it is 5 ohms plus 9 ohm. So equivalent resistance is 14 ohms. Right? So equivalent resistance across A and B is 14 ohms. So in this session, let us consider the next problem. Find the voltage to be applied across AB in order to derive the current of 10 amps into a circuit using star delta transformation. So this is the network given. So here you need to find a source voltage which is to be connected between A and B such a way that it will draw a current of 10 amps. So whenever the supply voltage is to be calculated, supply voltage is equal to I into R based on Ohm's law. So here I need to find equivalent resistance across this A and B. Right? So I need to find equivalent resistance across A and B. So to find out the equivalent resistance, I name these nodes C, D, E and F. So none of the elements either in series or in parallel. None of the elements are either series or in parallel. So you need to apply star delta transformation. So here ACE is a delta as well as DBF is a delta. So I will transform this delta connected two networks ACE and DBF simultaneously. Simultaneously I can reduce only because two delta networks DBF as well as ACE are isolated. There is no common element between these two delta networks. So simultaneously I can reduce by using delta to star transformation. So while transforming delta to star, what is the value? So RA is equal to RAC RAE divided by sum of the resistances. RC is equal to RCA RCE divided by sum of the resistance. So based on that, RA equal to 4 into 6 divided by 4 plus 6 plus 10, that is 1.2 ohms. RC is equal to 4 into 10 divided by 4 plus 6 plus 10, 2 ohms. RE equal to 10 into 6 divided by 4 plus 6 plus 10, 3 ohms. Okay. Similarly, converting delta connected DBF to star, this one. So RB equal to 10 into 15 divided by 10 plus 15 plus 20. So it is 3.33 ohms. Whereas RD equal to RDB RDF divided by sum of all. So it is 10 into 20 divided by 10 plus 20 plus 15. So 4.44. Similarly, RF is this. So by converting this delta to star, the resultant network becomes like this. Now, these elements 2 ohms, 6 ohm, 4.44 ohms and 3 ohms, 9 ohm, 6.66 ohms are connected in series. So I will simplify this series connected networks. So 2 plus 6 plus 4.44, 12.44. 3 plus 9 plus 6.66. So 12, 18.87. So the network becomes 12.44 ohms and 18.67 ohms. Now the CD and EF are in parallel. These two elements are in parallel. So I will simplify this. So 12.44 into 18.67 divided by 12.44 plus 18.67. So it becomes 7.46 ohms. So elements between A and B are 1.2 ohms, 7.46 ohm and 3.33. So if I reduce into by using a series connection of the passive elements, sum of all, so that means it comes as a 12 ohms. Now I can find out what is the voltage to be applied. So voltage to be applied is equal to I into R. So voltage to be applied VAB is equal to 10 into 12, so 120 volt. So like this we need to find the required parameters using star delta or source shifting, source transformation. So we will solve few more problems in the next session. Thank you.